When basing a movie's music off of the leitmotif practice of operatic composer Richard Wagner, the idea of every character receiving a theme becomes a common practice. And so even a relatively inconsequential group, such as the scavenger Jawas of Tatooine, receive their own theme, which is why we, as an audience, are able to be rewarded with this unique musical cue. The rhythmic profile of the bass line sets a very blank canvas for an otherwise colorful musical cue. By constantly alternating back and forth, the music takes on the character of a march. This basic rhythmic feel will also play a role in how Williams is able to set a rhythmically offset melody against it, since it gives our ears something basic to anchor to while hearing everything else. However, the pitches indicate something far less familiar to our ears. The very first chord is a basic minor triad, but with an added second, creating a little more crunch and dissonance in the harmony. This same technique will continue as well, blurring the overall quality of the chords and pushing them to feel less literal in direction and overall tonal belonging. But even within this obscured cluster of notes, we can analyze the harmonies and see that the chords are shifting from a G minor chord to a G major chord. This tonal shift disorients our brains as to the emotional character of the theme and the Jawas, and we're left feeling humorous to these little characters. But more important, it doesn't feel typical to us, which is perfect for a little band of hooded aliens. The bass line also plays an important part in why this music sounds strange to our ears. If we go back to the idea of a march, we normally think about a simple bass line that simply moves between the tonic and dominant notes. That interval would consist of a descending and re-ascending perfect fourth.
If you like to talk to tomatoes.
For the Jawas, though, Williams has extended that interval an extra half step to the obscure tritone, spelled here as a diminished fifth. That extra half step perfectly divides the octave and completely eradicates any sense of tonal hierarchy or trends. And again, this results perfectly in the sense of something foreign, unfamiliar, and mysterious. The melody itself follows in similar trends as well, as tritones are scattered throughout its contour. The alternation between B flats and B naturals also reflects the shifting of harmonies between a G major chord and a G minor chord. But in the melody, we also get a clearer picture of where the pitches are coming from, or the mode being used. The pitches of the first half are completely derived from the octatonic scale, also sometimes referred to as the diminished scale. The octatonic scale is an 8-note scale, meaning it has one more note than common scales such as major and minor. It's built using repeating intervals of half steps and whole steps, and the scale and melodies themselves can begin either with the half step or the whole step and still be considered octatonic. The scale and mode didn't exist in music until the 20th century, and it again plays into the feeling of something less familiar as it borrows from music concepts of composers like Igor Stravinsky and Claude Debussy. The second half of the melody ventures outside of this scale though, as well, as the third measure outlines a B natural minor scale before falling back into octatonic pitches. And it should be noted that these two scales still have a lot of intervals in common. The melody also continually enters with accented tacks on the last and weakest beat of each measure, further adding to the jovial unfamiliarity of the music and the Jawas themselves. This helps keep the music and the scene light in the midst of so much other drama. By the theme being played predominantly by double-reeded and less familiar instruments like the English horn, our senses are yet further detached from what we hear as Williams perfectly embodying these strange and mysterious alien creatures. The first aliens we see in all of Star Wars media, in fact. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think of the music for the Jawas? Do you enjoy the quirky awkwardness of it, or does it sound more unsettling to you? Tell me in the comments below, and before you go, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of the galaxy far, far away. And as always, may the be with you.